A ton of legendaries in Elite Redux are saved for the post-game, but there are still a few that aren't available yet. The cover legendaries for Sword and Shield, Zacian and Zamazenta are among the best. This also includes their signature items, but through the power of debug mode, I'm able to access these incredibly strong Pokemon. And now they get 3 additional abilities as well as new moves, and we can find out what they can do and which is the better of these wolves. Starting with Zamazenta, the defensive powerhouse, and it has been taken to a whole new level. Its stats have been buffed. More specifically, its defensive stats. Its defense and special defense is raised from 140 to 155. It does, however, sacrifice a bit of its attacking power. They've also given Zamazenta all the tools Game Freak was too scared to give it. Well, at least at first. It has the amazing move Body Press, which Game Freak wouldn't give it until Generation 9. Body Press uses its insane defensive stat for damage calcs, and it's a stab move, so it'll be doing really impressive damage. This power is increased even more thanks to its signature ability, but it's not Dauntless Shield like in the normal games. No, it's even better. Crowned Shield is a combo ability. Dauntless Shield raising its defense by +1 on entry, and Stamina, which will raise its defense by +1 every time it's hit. With how long it stays on the field, it won't take long before it's at +6. It loves multi-hitting moves and abilities. They will pretty much do no damage, and the power of its body press just starts multiplying. Any hope of taking it out with physical moves is dashed, even with super effective moves. Honestly, with its innate ability Lead Coat, reducing all physical damage by 40%, basically guarantees this. Physical attackers have even greater reason to fear it because they gave it the move Game Freak is still too scared to give it, King's Shield. Having that move alone is enough to keep them away. Don't just think you can get lucky and crit your way through it. Battle Armor not only prevents crits, but it reduces damage of all moves by 20%. So even though you definitely need special attackers to get through it, that doesn't guarantee anything. Of course, it's not just reliant completely on body press to do damage. Its stab, steel type moves get a 30% boost thanks to Steel Worker. It gets the signature Behemoth Bash, but since Dynamax doesn't exist in this game, it was given Melmetal's signature move, Double Iron Bash. Since it hits twice, it's the better steel move to run. They weren't crazy enough to give it recovery, at least not great recovery, as it does get rest, but this does leave it vulnerable. This is truly the greatest physical defensive wall in the game. Zacian is one of the craziest attackers the games have ever seen, but with the insane power in Elite Redux, how does it hold up now? Zacian has been restored to its Generation 8 glory, giving back its 170 in attack. As well as keeping its 148 speed, it will go first a majority of the time, and it's going to hit extremely hard. Well, what new tools does it get, as it was already insanely good in this state? The big one right off the bat is the upgrade to its signature ability. Much like Zamazenta's, it's a combined ability. It's Intrepid Sword, which gives it a +1 in attack on entry, and the ability Anger Point. Anger Point in this game works like Stamina, and each time Zacian's hit, its attack is raised by 1. It also will get maxed out if it's crit, but it also gets the Battle Armor ability, so it can't be crit. That's fine though, as it's been given a lot more coverage moves that do more power, so it really doesn't need to max out its attack. It's not the bulkiest Pokemon in the world, and although it's very fast, it can still be outsped, and that is the key to taking it out. But now, it gets access to Dragon Dance, making it way harder to hit first and almost impossible to survive its hits. Zacian also gets Steel Worker, boosting up its signature move, Behemoth Blade, but this isn't the only innate it gets to boost up its power. Giving a majority of its moves power is Keen Edge, which will boost slashing moves by 30%. 2 new stab moves it can run are Pixie Slash and Excalibur, which has a high crit ratio and is super effective against dragons. It's going to hit extremely hard no matter what moves it uses. One of my main grievances with Zacian, however, is it has 0 multi-hitting moves. As fast and as powerful as it is, any strong attacker with a focus sash can be a problem for it. It still doesn't change how amazing it is as a sweeper. But I feel like I'm forgetting one very powerful force from Sword and Shield that's also unavailable. The Darkest Day, aka Eternatus, has been given great upgrades. While its stats are exactly the same, it's still not a bad thing. Incredible speed, special attack, and HP. Its defenses aren't amazing, but you still have to survive a hit from it for that to matter. Its ability Pressure has been removed entirely and instead focuses on its power. It can choose between Corrosion, which will make all of its stab poison moves super effective against steel types, meaning it won't need to run Flamethrower to get through them anymore. The one I find the most interesting though is its new ability, Berserk DNA, sharply raising its highest stat on entry, with the cost being it becomes confused. However, a berry will negate this, but only after one turn. Either its speed or its special attack is being doubled on entry, and that's just a crazy situation for any opponent. And can we talk about the power of the moves this thing comes with? Most of them being boosted by Mega Launcher. If you just want the nuclear option, you can use Eterna Beam with a base power of 320, or Hyper Beam with 225. Or for more consistent damage, you can use Dynamax Cannon with a base power of 200. I like increasing its bulk with Cosmic Power since it's so fast it can get the +1 before being hit, then it can use Recover after. If a Pokemon doesn't have the power to take it out, it becomes an unstoppable wall. It's even harder to take it out since Primal Armor weakens super effective damage on it by 50%. And if it runs Power Core, Cosmic Power will actually boost its attacking power slightly. Eternatus is definitely worth being a part of the big three. Although Dynamax isn't in the game, hopefully Eternatus can make his way into the game one day. So which of these three legendaries impressed you the most? If I had to pick one, I'd go with Zamazenta. I don't think there's a Pokemon in this game, other than maybe Mega Aggron, who is as amazing at being a defensive wall. Sure, Zacian's an incredible attacker, but you could argue that there are others who do it better and more consistently. Eternatus is a beast, but it can struggle against some of the top dogs. There still are a few Generation 8 legendaries that aren't available yet that are pretty powerful, like both Urshifu forms and Regieleki and Regidraco, and some of the legendaries in Generation 9 like Tinglu and Shenpao, all with brand new moves and abilities. Let me know if you'd like to see a video covering them. You let me know your thoughts down below, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Shout out to the members on the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.